Long before history learned to write its own name, a civilization quietly mastered the art of living. Along the floodplains of a mighty river system, cities emerged not in chaos, but in balance. Streets followed order. Water flowed with purpose. Homes reflected equality rather than power. And yet, for thousands of years, this world vanished so completely that its memory faded into myth. This is the story of the Indus Valley Civilization and of its most remarkable cities. Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, a civilization in time. The Indus Valley Civilization flourished between approximately 2600 and 1900 BCE, during what archaeologists call its mature phase. At its height, it stood alongside ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia as one of the world's earliest great civilizations. For nearly 7 centuries, cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa proved populated and productive long before many parts of the world had moved beyond village life. Yet unlike other ancient civilizations, the Indus people left behind no monumental temples, no carved kings, no written histories praising rulers or conquests. Their story survives instead in brick street and silence, land, rivers, and geography. The civilization stretched across a vast region of modern-day Pakistan and northwest India, covering more than 1 million square kilometers, one of the largest ancient cultural landscapes ever known. Life here was shaped by rivers. The Indus River, along with now vanished rivers such as the Ghaggar, carried fertile silt across the plains. Seasonal floods renewed the soil, supporting agriculture and sustaining cities built close to their banks. These rivers were not merely sources of water, they were lifelines linking settlements, enabling trade, and defining the rhythm of life. Cities of order at first glance, Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa appear strikingly modern. Streets intersect at right angles, forming a precise grid. Neighborhoods are organized. Residential areas are distinct from public spaces. The cities feel planned not grown by chance, but shaped by intention. Buildings rise from standardized baked bricks, uniform in size across hundreds of kilometers. Such consistency hints at shared knowledge, cooperation, and systems of quality control. At the heart of Mohenjo-Daro stands a raised citadel, not crowned by a palace or a temple, but by structures that served the community storage buildings, assembly spaces, and the famous Great Bath. Its carefully sealed walls and controlled water flow suggest ritual importance, though its exact purpose remains unknown. Water and engineering mastery, perhaps the most extraordinary achievement of the Indus Valley, lies beneath its streets. Covered drainage systems run alongside roads and beneath houses, carrying wastewater away efficiently. Homes often include private wells and bathing areas, luxuries unseen in most ancient cities. Inspection chambers allow drains to be cleaned and maintained, revealing foresight not just in design, but in long-term urban management. This was a civilization that understood sanitation, hygiene, and civic responsibility more than 4,000 years ago. Life within the walls. Inside these cities lived farmers, artisans, traders, and families. Homes varied in size, but followed similar designs, often built around central courtyards. This architectural rhythm suggests social organization without stark inequality. There is little evidence of royal palaces or extravagant, elite residencies. People worked with clay, stone, shell, and metal. Pottery was both functional and artistic, decorated with geometric patterns and animal motifs. Beadmakers drilled stones with remarkable precision, producing ornaments that traveled far beyond the Indus region. Children likely played in the courtyards. Craftspeople worked in neighborhood workshops. Life unfolded in shared spaces, bound by routine rather than rule. Trade without empire, the Indus Valley was deeply connected to the wider ancient world. Seals carved with animals and symbols have been found as far away as Mesopotamia, where Indus traders were known as people from Malua. Standardized weights and measures suggest regulated commerce and trust-based exchange. Goods such as cotton textiles, beads, timber, and possibly agricultural products moved along river routes and across seas. In return came metals and exotic materials. This was not an empire built on conquest, but a network sustained by exchange. Beliefs, symbols, and mysteries The spiritual world of the Indus people remains one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. No temples dominate the skyline. No gods are named. Instead, meaning appears in symbols etched onto seals, pottery, and small figure. Animals recur with purpose. Bulls, elephants, rhinoceroses, and a mysterious horned figure seated in a yogic posture. Some see early reflections of later South Asian traditions. Others urge caution. What can be said with certainty is this: belief existed, ritual mattered, but expression followed paths unfamiliar to modern interpretation. The Indus script, composed of short symbol sequences, remains until it speaks. Much of this civilization's inner life stays just beyond reach. The quiet decline. Around 1900 BCE, change began to ripple across the Indus world. Cities were gradually abandoned, urban planning weakened, trade networks faded, population centers shifted eastward and southward. There is no evidence of sudden invasion or violent collapse. Instead, the clues point toward environmental change. Rivers altered course. Some dried up entirely. Climate patterns shifted, weakening monsoons and straining agriculture. Faced with changing landscapes, the people adapted not by clinging to cities, but by dispersing into smaller communities. The civilization did not fall in flames. It faded slowly, quietly, humanly. Rediscovery after silence for thousands of years. Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa lay buried beneath earth and memory. In the early 20th century, their ruins emerged once more, revealing a civilization that forced historians to rewrite the story of the ancient world. Here was proof that complexity did not require kings, that cleanliness could rival monumentality, that order could exist without visible power. What endures today? The bricks of Mohenjo-Daro still feel the sun. The streets of Harappa still trace ancient footsteps. They remind us that progress is not always loud, that greatness does not always announce itself in stone statues or written boasts. The Indus Valley Civilization speaks instead through planning, balance, and restraint through cities designed not to glorify rulers, but to serve people. In an age searching for a sustainable living, shared responsibility, and harmony with nature, these ancient cities offer a quiet lesson from deep time, a civilization without a voice, yet still speaking.